Bio 100. So welcome back. What I'd like to do next is take this nice raw data spreadsheet that we've put together and have Excel do a little bit of work for us and show you how we can use it to automate some calculations that will help us get at what the ultimate goal of this type of experiment is what is the original CFU per milliliter of the sample that we started with prior to dilutions. And so we're going to be working with these data, and it's very critical, in my opinion, to always leave your raw data alone. So let's go ahead and make a new tab, and we can call this tab Experiment or Calcs, whatever you want for calculations. And so I'm going to go ahead and just copy this over and paste it into our calculation tab. So we're not going to mess with any of our original raw data. And so I'll zoom this in to make it a little easier. And so what we're going to do is, so our ultimate goal here, right, is to get to the original concentration of CFU per mil. And so we'll just, this is our goal here. And so we're going to be using Excel to take both information related to the CFU that we counted on our plates, the amount that was plated, and how dilute that actually was. And so in order to get from all of this information to the original CFU per mil, we're going to need one intermediate step. And so I'm going to make one more column, and that column is going to be called diluted CFU per mil. Now that's a bit of a mouthful. And now what this is trying to backtrack to what is the CFU per mil that was actually plated onto our dilution plates. And so it's, in this case, we have a 10,000 fold dilution, or 10,000 to 1, aka 10 to the 4th dilution. If you would prefer to look at those that way, we can actually highlight this whole column, go to the home page on Excel, and switch to scientific notation. And here we've got 1 to the 10 to the 4th, which is the same as saying 10 to the 4th. So whichever way that you prefer to look at that is fine by me. And so what we're going to do is we are going to figure out how many CFU are in a milliliter of that dilution. And so we plated 0.1, and from 0.1 we had 55 CFU. And so this is really just basic arithmetic. We want to take this 55 and divide it by the number of milliliters that were plated. In this case, it's a fraction of a milliliter, so this number is going to get bigger. And so we can say equals, and this is the format for formulas in Excel is they always start with equals. And we want to take CFU, this column, click it, and so now it's just like Battleship, G2, so G2 is being highlighted so we know what cell we're working with. And we want to divide. And in Excel, the symbol for division is a slash. And we are going to divide it by the volume that was plated. In this case, it was 0.1 within the cell H2. Now, if we hit equals, we can see that the original diluted CFU per milliliter, so that tube that we had already diluted 10 to the 4th, had 550 colony forming units based on what we counted. Now here's where Excel gets really nice. You could go and type this down and work your way down and do all of these by hand. But what if you had 1,000 of them? You know, that's a lot of work. So we can actually drag formulas, and Excel will smartly adjust the target cells for each of them. And to do that, there's this little square here at the bottom of a cell when you have it selected. Notice how my cursor changes from kind of a white X to a black X here, or plus sign. You can click it and drag it down. Now it's going to drag the formula down. So if we click here, it's no longer saying G2 divided by H2, it's saying G3 divided by H3 because we're on the 3rd row now. And here it's G4 divided by H4. Now you might be thinking, wait a second, that didn't actually work. We're getting pound value exclamation mark. That's because we're trying to divide by something that doesn't work. So we're dividing TNC by 0.1. So if this actually had a real value, say 75 or 76, for example, it will live update. So had we counted 76 colony forming units in this diluted plate series, we would actually have gotten an estimated CFU per mil of that original dilution of 760. Okay, so we're almost there. We've got the CFU per dilution per milliliter, right? And what we want is, what's the original CFU per mil before we diluted it? And so we know how much we diluted it by, 10 to the 4th, 10 to the 5th, 10 to the 5th. And so now all we have to do now is, rather than divide, is multiply. We want to multiply the diluted CFU per mil by how much we diluted it by. And that will give us the original CFU per mil. And so in this case, we can use another formula, and we can go equals the diluted CFU per mil times, and in this case, the times sign in Excel is an asterisk, Shift 6 on most keyboards, or sorry, Shift 8, times the actual dilution factor. Now, how you have these set up to be visualized, whether it's in scientific notation or general, it won't matter. The numbers are the same. Whether it's 10,000 or 10 to the 4th, it does not matter at all. And if we hit equals, here it's going to keep it in scientific notation for us. And so here we've got 5.5 times 10 to the 6th CFU per milliliter is what was in the original sample before we did our dilution series. And then if we wanted to, we could drag this down and see what they all are. And there you have it. Using Excel, you have gone from your raw data, you've calculated the CFU per mil of your dilution series, and then gone ahead and back calculated to what the original concentration of CFU per mil in the original sample was. So hopefully that was helpful. Hopefully that shows you a little bit about how Excel can be used to kind of make your life a little bit easier.